I'm sorry.
For the past 14 years, I've sort of thought about what I'd say if I ever ran into you again. But being a complete jealous arse about the General was not really part of the plan.
Sir Robert's a client.
Oh, good. I mean...
I don't go around having sex with all my clients.
No. Of course not.
I could ask him. He likes to feel important.
Even after all those awful things I said.
We used to be Arthur and Sally. The two musketeers. Remember?
Did you really come here just to offer me a letter of transit? Or did you want something?
I thought we could help each other.
All right. What do you want?
I used to know I could trust you about anything.
Of course you can trust me. What is it you want?
It's going to sound stupid, but... a bottle of cod liver oil.
A bottle of cod liver oil? Like your mum used to torment you with?
What if I told you it was sort of a souvenir?
Why on earth would you want to remember your mum?
I don't know. I keep hoping I'll remember something that'll make it all better. Like maybe it was an accident and she didn't mean to poison the soup. You know how joy fucks up your memories. Look, if it's too much to ask...
I suppose it would be too much to expect. Don't worry, Arthur. I will ask my friend the General for a rotten scrap of paper just for old time's sake.
Look, it's not exactly a souvenir. Things have got a little more complicated than usual. I'm sorry I fucked everything up. I wanted to die, you know? I thought about it, but I couldn't. Not after...
After what your mum
what my mum did.
Look, I'll get it for you. The cod liver oil.
I missed you so. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'll get you that letter.
I have to go.
I'm sorry.
I really...
It just
I'll just
came out.
Go. Get you that bottle. Meet you back here sometime. I'll let you know when I've got it.
I guess I've got to see the General now. Won't that be fun? I hope the General's not in one of his oh poor me moods. It's such a chore dragging him out of them. If he's cheery, I bet he'll give me the letter of transit without a blink.
To allow time to repair the mannequin, bayonet practice has been...
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? It's Sally Boyle. I'm not a German infiltrator. Please don't ambush me. Where are they?
Miss Boyle, we weren't expecting you. Harry, why the fuck is the gate open? Excuse my French, ma'am. I told you to close it.
No, Sergeant, you didn't. You said you were gonna close it, but you had to go to the loo first.
No, I didn't. I said I'm going to the loo. Why don't you close the gate?
Boys? Boys, you can close it now if you like.
Right, Harry, close the gate, if you please, whilst I accompany Miss Boyle to the General's office.
Miss Boyle! Oh, won't he be happy to see you?
He's trying to fix the boat again.
The one in the warehouse.
You mean the one in the boathouse, as his mom?
They've moved the boat to the water.
And he's got Hardy patching it up. Hardy don't hardly know which end of a boat goes in the water.
If you don't think Hardy's up to it, find me someone who does know boats. Sally!
Suppose you drift away, sir. How are we going to fetch you?
What an unexpected pleasure.
Army officers ought not to be pottering about in boats, sir.
I realise you must be out of Rainbow. You haven't been round in weeks.
Wasn't I around just a few days ago?
Damn it. Oh, and a friend of mine left the parade without his letter of transit. Now he can't go back to work. Isn't that silly?
Any friend of yours, my dear.
It's been too long, anyway.
Oddest thing, last time I was there, I could swear I heard something that sounded like a cat. But I haven't seen a cat since the war. Have you? Fortunately, I wrote myself a note. Sally's got a baby. What do you suppose that means?
Who knows? Once you hallucinated that you were back in India and you kept saying, "But I don't want to shoot some poor bastard's elephant."
You're as clever a liar as I am. You can lie with the truth.
You're cruel to toy with me, General.
It's Dr. Verloc's baby, isn't it? No wonder you never told him. God knows what he'd do to a baby. You might have told me.
She's not your bloody baby. So what do you care?
Do you remember the children born after the war? We got some of them out, but they made everyone so unhappy.
Can you get us out?
I might be able to get her out if I'm very clever, but no. I can't spare you. What do you think would happen if our beloved Bobbies ran out of Blackberry Joy? I've a safe house. Remember that abandoned building where you threw me that masquerade ball last year? I've cleaned it up a bit. Bring her there.
I'm not sending her away.
Why not? It's traditional, a single girl in trouble, not equipped to take care of her baby. I'd have thought you'd be grateful.
You'll end up in one of Dr. Verloc's glass cells, and even I won't be able to save you.
You don't know what it's like to be alone, do you? A girl like you never is. I think you know the way out.
All right. I've got the bloody letter of transit. Arthur said he'd let me know when he had the cod liver oil. Oh, I hope he sent me something on the blower. Wait. If the General's got the boat in the boathouse, if I can get it working, maybe I can get us out of here. It is here. The General's Bristol pilot. My God, if I could steal a boat... But does it work?
Miss Boyle! How lovely to see you.
You got the boat in the water. Well, over the water anyway.
It don't leak quite as much anymore. Thing is, the motor don't turn. I mean, forget starting it. The old man's got the only key. I can't even turn it with a wrench. Rusted solid. I'd have to take it apart, but I think I'd never get it back together again.
You know a lot about boats, and you're the only one fixing it up?
Ma'am, I'm a joiner. If you need a door hung, I'm your man. Apparently, that makes me the General's expert on boats.
My dad and I patched up a Bristol pilot when I was a girl.
Is that what sort of boat it is?
Did about 20 leagues, but it wasn't really white water. So we sold it for a twin diesel schooner. Of course, the Navy requisitioned that for lake patrols. We tried to patch up a Q-boat during the occupation, but we couldn't find a ramjet. I'm not an expert.
Would you happen to know how to fix the motor?
Well, if it's rusted solid, maybe Dr. Faraday would make a new one for me.
You know Dr. Faraday? If the likes of me asked her, she'd probably zap me with one of her satanic devices.
All right, but don't tell the General.
No, ma'am. It'll be our little secret. Won't the General be surprised?
don't know who you're trying to fool.
Mum?
Talking all posh like that. You think Prince Charming's going to come visiting with a glass slipper?
I hope not. He's already married to Snow White, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty.
Don't be smart. Nobody likes a smart girl.
Well, Gwen, we may just make it out of here alive after all. I just need to get Dr. Faraday to make a new boat motor for me. Then I lied my ass off to Hardy. I've never been near a boat, so I'll need to find someone who can tell me how to drive one. And I guess I'll need to steal the General's key to the boat. All right. First things first. Who can tell me about boats? Wait. The air raid shelter. Arthur and I snuck in there once. And then we walked the rail tunnels all the way back to Maidenhome. I should go down there and make sure the hatch door is still open. Never hurts to have an escape hatch. Wouldn't Arthur be pleased if he'd come up with that?
All water this week. There have been some...
Brilliant. Now Oh, that crazy old pirate. He must know about boats. He can't be hard to find. He's always at the pub.
Hello, Miss Boyle. Usual.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm looking for someone.
He's not here. He's just stepped out. Don't know when he'll be back.
Where's the pirate?
Does he owe you money too?
No, I want to talk with him about boats.
He ran out looking for Eddie. The meat boy said he was on Wednesday's Hill.
Eddie McMillan? What's he doing there?
What you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino?
What?
Elephino. Watch yourself out there. The old name for that hill wasn't Wednesday.
That's goddamn creepy.
Sally! Don't tell me you're out here too.
I'm just visiting.
Well, aren't you lucky?
You got a bad batch?
Oh God, the ice! Make them stop!
There was an accident at the lab. Bill didn't get his gas mask on fast enough.
Let me sleep, oh God, please!
You know, Dr. Verloc keeps trying to make your blackberry. Keeps jiggering around the formula for coconut, but it's never quite right.
Not based on coconut. It's not based on any of the flavours.
Well, you might have told Dr. Verloc that.
He wasn't kind to me. I left. We haven't really talked since.
Please, please, no more, no more!
If he could just sleep, I think he'd get better. Can you give him some sleep?
I can give him something to knock him out, but it's risky. I don't know what's going on.
At least help him sleep, for God's sake.
All right. I'll do what I can.
They've taken him. Poor Eddie.
Who's taken Eddie?
The cultists up on the hill.
The Yam people.
It's not yams they worship. It's too horrible. You have to stop them. They're gonna kill him.
I wish I could do it. I'm too scared. Oh, God. My legs have got all watery. I'm a coward, Miss Boyle. A coward.
I'll do my best. Don't go anywhere.
Save him, Miss Boyle. Please.
Help me, they're gonna cook up my heart and eat it!
Oh,
I
dear.
think we should all eat it. Just cut it up into tiny bits and each have a taste. Even a tiny little squidge would heal us.
No, please! No, don't kill me!
My God. They're gonna cut his heart out. I don't think I want to fight all these vegetable worshippers. I wonder if there's a way I could drug them. Oh, look. They're drinking out of a chalice.
Hear the words of the Old One,
Please!
whose
No!
names
Don't
are
kill me!
secret and may not be said. Whispered in the shadow of the new moon. When I wear my cloak of shadow, ye shall assemble
Save
in
me!
some
Save me,
secret place
please!
and adore me. And I will...
Oh, baby, I wouldn't do this for anybody else.
Thank you! Thank you, thank you! They promised me sweets if I came along with them. But there weren't any, and they tied me up.
You mustn't trust strangers, Eddie.
I know. But I can trust you, can't I? You're good. And Arthur, he's good too. Percy always said so.
Yeah. Arthur's bloody brilliant. Look, you wait here. I'll send someone to get you home.
You saved him. I wish I had. I love that lad. He's one of the best people I know.
Yeah. He'll need you to carry him home. Listen, Captain, I need to fix up a Bristol pilot. The, General's.
Oh, that's a beauty. I love that boat. Clean lines, beautiful woodwork. I was just reading about it.
Could I borrow your book?
Oh, sure. Here we go. Least I can do. After I didn't save Eddie, keep it. You'll need it more than I do. Tell you the truth, I haven't been in a boat in 15 years. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a sovereign for a thirsty pirate, would you?
I feel smarter about boats already. When is Arthur getting that cod liver oil? Maybe he's got it. Maybe he's already sent a note on the blower. I'm so close to our playground. Maybe I should just see if he's there. And see how things are going. Hi. You're still in town.
I got it. Your precious cod liver oil.
Lifesaver.
Have you got my letter of transit then?
Arthur, we're practically the only two people in this entire city not stoned out of our minds on joy. You look... rough.
What do you care?
How are you gonna get out?
Why won't you just give me the fucking letter of transit?
Oh, it's always what you want. Always what you need. Every little Sally whim. Bloody cod liver oil.
Am I really that awful?
What, just because you seduced my dad in my mum's bed while you were staying in our house?
How was I supposed to tell him no? I'd never anywhere else to go.
Sorry.
Here. Let's go together. The two musketeers. I'm scared, Arthur. Aren't you?
It's going crazy out there. We have to go now.
Wait. I have to go back to my place first.
Why?
And we sort of have to wait till dawn.
Oh, God, no.
There's something I have to tell you.
No, that's crazy. I can't. Oh, you shouldn't have asked for that ridiculous cod liver oil.
I've got a baby.
It's just self-preservation, Sally. No hard feelings.
Arthur? Arthur?
Did he even hear me? Of course he heard you. He just didn't care. At least he brought the cod liver oil. At least that. I've got to get it to Gwen as fast as I can.
Oh, look at Sally Boyle. You saved Eddie. Say, come up here if you would.
How's Eddie?
Recovering from shock. But that lad's resilient. He'll be fine. He's got sea legs, you know. It takes a lot to knock him down. Say, I've got a proposition for you. You know how dangerous it is to drink alone? I have a dog to drink with.
You have a dog?
Well, I'm not saying he's a living dog. I'm just saying he keeps me company. Until those plough boys took him.
I can't say I'm surprised. Some days it seems like half the town is ploughboys.
It's not on the level of saving Eddie. But if you were to bring him back to me, well, he's more precious than I can say. I'd let you have all the booty I have in these chests here.
That sounds like an interesting proposition. I'll see what I can do to reunite you and your little buddy.
They're always in the same alley. You know the one, where that big dud bomb landed. And they evacuated practically the whole island until they could get rid of it.
I'll pay them a call.
None of them is a downer, and they all...
Sally Boyle! Eddie McMillan's looking for you. He wouldn't tell me what it was, but he seemed pretty distressed. Even for Eddie.
All right, thanks. Maybe I should get down to the pub and see what he's worried about.
Hey, Sally. I heard some doctors talking about you.
Doctors? What did they say?
They said they were going to Julia Cheney's house to make you a present.
Julia Cheney? That poor woman went mad and killed her... Sent her whole dinner party on holiday.
They were going to give you to the Bobbies as a present. What did that mean?
I don't know, Eddie. But I'm going to find out. Sounds like Anton's planning on framing me for Julia Cheney going on a murder spree. How are they going to do it? Oh, this is our little secret. Oh, this is a lot more satisfying than undermining the other girl's confidence. I see. It reads like I'm egging her on. But I wrote this to Anton when we were experimenting on a new joy formulation at the labs.
They were interested in what I had to say.
Boys just pretend they are, but they only want one thing.
Maybe they actually think I'm clever.
A girl who mucks about with chemicals and reads about rocket ships. Is that girl who'll have your dinner waiting for you? Is that who you want for a mother of your son?
Christ, I'm 13. Isn't it just a little early to worry about that?
I won't be around forever. You need to make yourself more agreeable.
I don't even want children.
Of course you do. It's the only way you keep a man when your looks go. And they do, sooner or later.
One of my pill cases. Bet everyone has those.
Should I put it here, Doctor? Don't make it too obvious, Doctor. If it's too obvious, they won't believe it. Here, then, Doctor?
Don't fucking touch me!
Oh, this doesn't even sound like me. Everybody thinks they can write, just because they can talk.
Well, where is this evidence of which you speak? I have seen no evidence whatsoever linking Miss Boyle with this poor woman, and your evident surprise makes me doubt the providences of any evidence that I might find in the future. We will brook no more nonsense about Miss Boyle. Why don't you lads come down to the station and we can discuss it in greater detail? No? You'd rather leave? Imagine my surprise.
That's interesting. That's interesting. They left behind a doctor bag. It's a recipe for some sort of stimulant. This could be worth making.